This is the question that a lot of yous are not asking yourself. What is your vehicle's rear axle weight limit? This will limit the amount of weight that you can carry, you can tow. So be aware of that, because I've spoken to a well-known, respected weighing professional called TT Weighs, which are going to weigh my vehicle next Sunday, this coming Sunday, 11th of May. And he informed me that 91% of the thousands plus setups that he's weighed have been overweight in one form or another, because there's many areas that you have to be within limits, and one of them is your rear axle weight limit on your four-wheel drive. So we're going to talk a little bit about that today, but we'll know more about it next week when I get my vehicle weighed. Hi, welcome to Phil's Camping Reviews. My name is Phil. I'm going to talk about a topic that I spoke briefly about in my last video that I uploaded a couple of days ago. And in that video I mentioned something about getting my vehicle and camper trailer professionally weighed. Well, that's happening this coming Sunday, the 11th of May 2025, which happens to be Mother's Day. I am getting TT Weigh to professionally weigh my vehicle and camper trailer. It's going to be set up like as if I'm about to go away camping, so there's going to be food and water, all the tanks will be full. And then TT Weighs are actually offering a service where they also will weigh your vehicle with unladen weight. So I think they're the only professional weighing service dedicated to weighing your caravans, camper trailers, horse floats, whatever it is. Even if you just want to weigh your vehicle alone, they're the only ones that are dedicated in spending the extra time, as much as 2 or 3 hours if needed, even longer, there's no time limit apparently, to make sure your weight is distributed evenly. While your vehicle, your camper trailer, etc. are still on the scales, they are going to help you to redistribute the weight. You don't have to go away and then take a guess and thinking, well, I've got to move 50 kilos away from here and move it elsewhere. The trouble is, when you move it elsewhere, it's going to change the geometry again. Now, interesting, while I was talking to Cameron, the guy who actually owns and runs the business, so he's mobile based, he's basically with his family, he travels around Australia, and he just so happens to be passing through the local area. Now, he told me of the thousands of vehicles that he has weighed, 91% of them are overweight in at least one area. So, wow guys, those figures are worse than anyone has ever published. The number one thing he talked about, and something that I don't see mentioned a lot in other YouTube videos, there is the odd ones. A lot of yous are not aware there's a limit on the rear axle weight on your tow vehicle. In my case, it's 1,650 kilograms. You are not allowed to exceed that weight. Now, in preparation, now that I've got a camper trailer, I've found that there's a lot of gear I don't need anymore. Gear that I used to store in my tow vehicle are now in my camper trailer, so they're not required anymore. such as that U-Butte awesome drawer system that I built myself about four or so years ago. I have actually removed that and used it elsewhere in my garage, so it's storing some stuff inside my garage. And also lots of other camping gear I don't need anymore as well, because they're all built into the camper trailer. Something I did not realise before I bought the camper trailer, not only just how simplified it made camping, but just how much stuff I don't need anymore. Basically, I can bring my car back to standard, which then is going to limit the strain on my vehicle, and that's my goal here. Now, I'm aware I am well within the specs. To be honest, I've taken this camper trailer up to a local public weighbridge during the week, and they only charged me $10, even though I'm getting it professionally weighed this coming Sunday. Last week I did take this weighed, as I mentioned, paid $10, because I want to see my tar weight fully loaded. I wanted to make sure 2 ton or below, because that's the maximum. So I've got it fully loaded, 200 litres of water, etc. I took it to a local weighbridge. I unhitched it, so it's very important you do unhitch it when you want to weigh your caravan, camper trailer, horse float, whatever it is you're weighing, because there's weight on your ball as well. So don't think, drive off, have a look, oh yeah, camper trailer weight, not forgetting that the 10% of the weight of that camper trailer approximately, or caravan, is sitting on your ball weight. So I unhitched it, and I'm 120 kilos under. My vehicle is also something like 200-300 kilos under, so I can afford to put an extra 400-500 kilos in this setup and still be safe. But can I? So as I mentioned earlier on, this coming Sunday I'm getting it professionally weighed, and I'm going to emphasize on the weights, the individual limit, the weights, not overall. A lot of yous out there are filming like the end figure, the overall figure, what the total weight is of your tow vehicle, the total weight of your camper trailer, caravan, whatever, and the total weight of your ball weight. But that's not all. There is others as well that comes into factor. Even though you may have a GVM upgrade, don't think you can go out there and just chock-a-block fill your van up to get to your gross vehicle mass, the combination, the whole lot together, and expect it still to be legal, because you got your axle weight limits on your tow vehicle that you need to consider, including the front axle, drawer slides, heavy fridges, toolboxes, fridges loaded with as much as 30-40 kilos, and then go and hook up camper trailer or caravan with a ball weight 250 kilos plus. And there's another thing a lot of you probably don't realise. Your camper trailer, caravan, horse float, whatever you're towing, the ball weight, for example, let's say it's got a ball weight of 200 kilos. I don't know how the maths works. We're going to ask Cameron from TT Way this coming Sunday to explain this, but apparently every, say, 200 kilos, so you've got 200 kilos ball weight on your caravan, camper trailer, that equates to 300 kilos on your rear axle. So it's 1.5 times, you've got a 1.5 times the weight of your bull bar on your camper trailer goes into your rear axle. So in my case, that's 300 kilos. I have a feeling that I'm going to be pretty close with those figures. That's probably my only concern when I get weighed, is what weight is on the rear axle weight. And the only way I'm going to find out is by using these guys such as TT Way with their professional equipment and they can individually weigh not only what weight is on your rear axle or front axle, but also tell me exactly what the weight is on every wheel that's on the ground on that setup. So guys, that's all going to happen this Sunday. So of course I'm taking my camera to that and filming that. So till then, cheers, bye.